live?
We're live.
Okay.
Hello. Sean Brady coming to you live from Medici MediaSpace.
Where we have Alexa, Volume 2.
Much better. I can hear you now. And we're getting ready to do for another Medici Marketplace podcast.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
All right. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You're already ready? Okay. Now, this is a very sensitive mic, so you don't have to, speak up or doing anything crazy.
Okay.
Patrick Winning is watching.
Matt DeRyan better be watching.
Matt DeRyan, where are you? You should be watching. And hey, for everybody watching in live land right now, remember to type something a little bit fun on your keyboard, on your screen, so that we can give you a shout out and do something cool. Joanne Colburn is watching. She's all the way out east. What do you think of that?
That's awesome.
Are you typing something into us right now?
I am trying to get Matt DeRyan.
We're on live now, Matt DeRyan.
So how do you know Joanne?
She is my cousin. I've known her pretty much both of our lives.
Awesome.
I know. We have Jenny LaCroix in the background. She's listening.
Because where we're at right now, Sean, I like to call it 3.5 walls of Medici.
3.5 walls.
Yes, we're at Medici MediaSpace with this live broadcast about Medici Marketplace, and I call it the 3.5 walls because that defines any reception area.
Got it.
If you think about it, it's 3.5 walls. Wall 1, 2, and 3.
And then it's open.
And then the counter is the half
it.
wall. So 3.5 walls, which is going to be a hopeful blog cast from this
Some
office
people work for
coming
a living.
soon. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
LaShonda, also another marketplace member with CEV Consulting. Thanks a lot, LaShonda.
Happy, joy. All right, we're getting ready to record this thing. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
That wasn't...
No, it wasn't recorded yet. This is for the podcast. That's live. We're recorded live.
Gotcha.
All right, so you ready?
Yep, for the podcast.
For the podcast. I'll do my hellos.
Got it.
4 hellos.
Now I can repeat my 3.5 walls.
If you want to.
Yeah, got
it. All right, then remember I got to go get my kids. So
this is all just a joke to get people watching live.
Get them catching up because Matt DeRyan's not on yet.
And where's Patrick from?
Patrick Winning is he's right down the road.
Gotcha.
This area.
Gotcha. How do you know Patrick?
I think, where do we meet Patrick? At wasn't here. It was at I think originally it was through Mastermind STL.
Excellent.
Yes, very good stuff. All right, here we go. Do you want to do Alexa? Should we turn her down?
I thought that was all part of our Alexa. Volume 1.
Hello, Sean Brady. I think I did 5 hellos.
I thought you only did 3 normally, and you corrected me and said you usually do 4.
That's okay. We like hellos around here, especially for Medici Marketplace, another podcast. Fabulous co-host, Josh Levey. Levey like a Chevy.
Chevy like the Levey.
Exactly.
Right.
And we're here talking about Marketplace. And we just came out of a fun meeting. So for those out in Facebook Live land, we are recording this for our podcast. And for those on the podcast, we're also recording this live on Facebook Live.
So thanks for having me, Sean. This is a treat to be a part of the podcast and for the marketplace and to tell the audience where exactly within the Medici world we are in 3.5 walls. And what I call it, I coined it 3.5 walls because it is the reception area. And if you think of any reception area, there's wall number 1, wall number 2, wall number 3. Wall number 4 is a half wall, so it's called 3.5 walls. Could be a possible blog coming to you soon to talk about what it's like to meet and greet people in a reception area. And
but, I mean, we have the whole media space, right?
We do.
And you said this was your favorite space. Like, you wanted to do it here.
This is where I choose to hang out. I choose to hang out here next to our office manager, Jenny LaCroix.
Jenny LaCroix, you want to be on video? Okay, she's giving us a verbal hi.
And I chose this place from a co-founder, co-CEO perspective. I think it's always great to have your hand on the pulse of the business, and what better place to have a finger on the pulse than right in the reception. You get to see everybody coming through. We've installed a sign-in process where people, guests and visitors and members sign in. It's just an awesome way to meet and greet.
It's fun stuff.
It's great.
But we're here talking about Marketplace.
Marketplace. The Marketplace was... I'm assuming you have a question in there, but...
Well, okay, so there's one thing that I always ask everybody. And the one thing that I always ask everybody, and you may have heard this question before, but from everybody has their different levels of expertise in certain different things. What's one thing that you could give to the audience out there from a marketplace perspective that it could be a pet peeve of yours, it could be something that just irritates you, but if people did this one or two simple things, it would not only make their lives easier for their business life, but it would also, just really help their business prosper in a whole new way.
I'm going to give you two, since you asked for one or two things, and I'm going to give you my pet peeves. From the marketing perspective, the one thing that we tend to do is spend money on marketing that we can't track. And that's my biggest pet peeve, is that when we do some branding, or we do a billboard advertisement, or we do a commercial on TV, or we produce videos like this.
Right. Where's the ROI?
Where's the ROI, and what are we tracking? What's the goal of that marketing expenditure, and what exactly should we be tracking? The irony of that being the number one pet peeve is that it goes hand in hand or counterintuitive to my second pet peeve, which is that we do way too much analyzing and not enough putting into action. And so I've been coined here as the person that says, let's put some imperfect things into action. Hopefully they're perfect, but not necessarily always perfect, but get things done, get things in action. If we're spending too much time analyzing, we used to say back in my old life, sharpening the saw versus cutting.
Right.
You can't do just one.
Right.
If you sharpen your saw the whole time, you're going to have a really sharp saw that didn't do any cutting.
Right.
And if you're cutting the whole time without taking time out and sharpening and analyzing, then you're never going to cut down a tree. It's going to be a dull thing. So
kind of goes back to the Abe Lincoln quote, right? If you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, I'm going to spend 4 hours sharpening a saw, but people forget he's still using it 2 hours to cut it down.
Yes. So it's the right balance of sharpening and cutting.
So
that's
imperfect action.
Yes. Take action.
I like it. I like it a lot. So what else can people, is there one other thing that you've seen that, would be another, not necessarily a pet peeve, but it's like, wow, this would just be really helpful from implementing different marketing, because we have a lot of diverse marketing strategies. I don't want to say tactics, but certainly business acumen available from a marketing standpoint.
What's top of mind for me is there's a expression called minimum viable product. And I think it's great from a product development standpoint. I think we can apply that to marketing. I think we can do minimal viable marketing plan. So take a 6-figure type of marketing budget, break it into one piece. Instead of thinking it as a marketing budget, think of it as a marketing investment. And then when you invest $1,000 into something and it works because you've reached that minimum viable marketing plan, increase it from 1,000 to 10,000, increase from 10,000 to 100,000. The whole idea is that marketing should have a return on investment, and that we should be able to put some in, see the return, put more in, see the greater return.
Definitely entrepreneurial thinking there, because the purpose of the business is to create more life and returns to its owners.
Absolutely.
So I like that. Actually measuring marketing ROI.
Yes, measuring marketing ROI, finding the minimum viable marketing plan to just test it, and then rinse and repeat, duplicate, grow it.
I like that a lot. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I know we'll come back and we'll visit Josh many, many, many times in the future, but for now, I have to get going because I got to go get my son.
That is a wonderful thing to have nice, another off the beaten path. Like to say here at Medici, not work-life balance, but work-life integration.
Yeah.
So it's never an issue of putting down one and picking up the other. There's a nice integration approach that allows you to do everything from an entrepreneurial point of view.
And being very entrepreneurial, I'm going to go get my son, get him off the bus.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Josh.
Awesome.
Always great seeing you. And for those out there in social media land and listening to this podcast, we'll see you in social media. And for you on Facebook,
Alexa, Volume 5.
We're back to Alexa, Volume 5.
Check my text message.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I was trying to work. What were you?
Alexa, volume 2.